Yeah, we've never had anybody make it for the NCAA Indoor Championships on the women's side. We've only had one person make it on the men's side. That was John Calness about a dozen years ago. So we're very excited that she is going to be part of the NCAA Championships this weekend. And it's a very difficult championship to make. They only accept 16 athletes per event across the country for the 300 plus Division I schools. And she's ranked 10th going in the long jump, which is just tremendous just to be able to qualify to get there. I think a lot of it's hard work, a lot of effort on her part. She works primarily with Devin Barry for the long jump and with Brian Hirschblond for sprints. And she's done well for us in a variety of events, scored 37 points at the MAC championships between long jump, 60, 200, high jump. And we weren't even sure as she came in what her best event would be, and clearly she's done well in a couple of places, but long jump is the place where she's gone the furthest so far. Yeah, it is interesting because you put a big mark up there and then you either have to improve on that or everybody else in the country has a chance to chase it all season. And as she did it, it was one of the top 2 jumps in the country. And even going into the last weekend, the last qualifying weekend last weekend, she was 8th, but there's no guarantee you're going to be in the top 16 until those entries close and the qualifying windows close. The nice thing is that she's been very close to that on a number of occasions. I think she's jumped over 20 feet 7 different times this year. So I don't think there's too many people in the country that have done that many jumps that long, that many times during the season. She's been tremendous for the program. She's someone that when you have somebody transfer into your program, you know you only have a short window with them. We don't have very many transfers, so you have to learn who they are and they have to learn who you are pretty quickly. And she did that very well last year, put her faith in the coaches, worked really hard. But what we did was still very new to her. It was almost like a freshman year, even though she was a junior. And really has taken that, learned from it, and taken the next step this year and applied it a lot more. So it's been great. You know, of course, you wish you had her for more than just 2 years, but she's made the most of those 2 years so far, for sure.
Being the first woman to qualify for indoor nationals is actually a really big honor and a big privilege for me. I feel like I worked so hard this year, and that being able to prove it to everyone and show them that, you know, what matters is putting in hard work and doing what you need to do is such a big accomplishment to me. And I'm just really grateful, and I'm going to go out there and just do what I know how to do. And no matter if I do well or I don't do as well, I'm just really honored that, you know, I get a chance to go. Being a transition from an NAIA school to a Division I school, my body wasn't really used to the kinds of workouts that they had, so I wasn't as strong as I am this year. And so getting more into weightlifting and being able to work out with stronger, faster girls and with more experienced jumpers has helped me to get better at it. And of course, hard work always is a good thing. But I've also changed my eating habits. I kind of eat more healthier foods throughout the week. I drink more water, and I try to lessen the amount of negative mentality that you have, because although it seems like a small percentage, it actually is a huge percentage of what makes a good athlete a good athlete. To be able to go there and then have them look at me like, wow, what is this school? And I know that from there, other people will look at Monmouth and be more interested in it, and then maybe that will promote more athletes to want to come here. I think that's a great thing, and I'm really excited to represent Monmouth and show them that, you know, I can do it as well as they can. My first thought coming here was that I was just going to be a high jumper. And I had talked to Coach Dev, and he was like, wow, yeah, I jumped like 5'6", 5'8", and he was like, wow, that's really interesting. My long jump was about 18.5. It wasn't anything, it was good, but it wasn't like anything big. And so he was like, okay, we'll just, you know, get you for a jumper. And then I met Coach Hirsch, and he was like, wow, she also can sprint. And I didn't really think I was that great of a sprinter either. And so coming into here, I kind of was initially more towards the jumping, and then occasionally a sprinter most of the time. And then as I progressed, they saw that I was getting faster and faster. And so sprinting and jumping became my thing. And then somehow the last semester of last year, I just began to start jumping really well. And this year, just progressively well. And so I think my focus for this year is both jumps and sprinting, but I think my biggest focus for myself is the 200 and the long jump, because those are my favorite events. Coach Dev, Coach Joe, Coach Hirsch, Coach Abe and Coach Torello have all had an effect on me, because in every single way, even though they're all different event coaches, I feel like they've pushed me to always go out there and just compete. And I know my biggest struggle, as I said before, is staying positive. Like if I feel like I'm not doing as well as I should be or as I want to be, I get down on myself. And I always know that one of the coaches, whether it usually be like Coach Torello to say, hey Mariah, you can go out there and jump, or Coach Dev to say, I know you can do this, I've seen you do it, go out there and do it, or Coach Hurst to just be like, relax, do what you need to do. I just really admire that they always believe in me and that everyone pushes me to be my best. And to me, it's a great thing that a coach should be able to do, to push you to always go beyond what you even think you can do.